stages of the game. However, on RRQ side, yesterday they surprised us all by not only scoring their fastest game, which is a sub 6-minute game. That's 5 minutes and 37 seconds, which is ridiculously fast. They also have been able to simply apply the pressure a lot in the early games. So I wonder, will IDNS have gathered enough information and made enough adaptations to their early game, or will RRQ really be able to break them apart and split them right across the seam in that early game?
Well, a fantastic fact here coming in from RRQ. Yesterday's day 1 and day 2 TUTURU with the Bane pickup as well. Double Bane pickup for games number 1 and 2. Match 14 yesterday. We also see Lancelot being picked up twice yesterday as well, along with Lolita and Kagura. So they still stayed with the same composition of Lancelot, Lolita, Kagura, Bane, and Chow being the difference in the entire setup here. For game number 1, they picked Chow. And game number 2, Instinct decided to go for Jawhead instead. Maybe it's because yesterday it was banned out. So I do feel that coming in here, we're going to see a bit of a surprise. Alright, so Martis and Grog being banned out on first rotation from the side of RRQ, Hayabusa and Hellcat. No surprises here, nothing much that deviates from the norm. What are your thoughts coming in with the first pick of Lancelot here?
Well, I Am Jago has been really good on Lancelot. We have seen him play that before. Yesterday, he played specifically Lancelot as well. So it's going to work really in his favor. Now we see IDNS has now decided to go for maybe a little bit of an early game aggression. So they have picked up Chow and they have picked up Jawhead as well.
Well, coming in here, we do see RRQ picking up the Lolita yesterday, which I think was a little bit of out of nowhere coming in from the side of RRQ. But we do see a hover over a Fanny here. So we've seen a bit of Fanny throughout the entire tournament, but not as much comparatively. I mean, 3 times she was picked for the entire duration of the tournament. I think she was only banned once.
Yeah, so she has a 50% contest rate. We also see that Akai has been picked up by RRQ. So yesterday Akai was picked all 8 games, and today, kicking things off, he's still being picked. Now IDNS has responded saying they are still very happy with the Bane pick and will be hovering over him for now. And it looks like it's going to be the 4th one that you're going to be waiting for here. It looks like it's going to be Aurora, so they will be able to use that toolkit just to make sure that they are able to stabilize the early game for their side and stop any aggression. Great to have against an Akai and against a Fanny. However, we're going to see that Lemon response back saying, I am happy to pick up Kagura once again.
Well, looking at this here, we do see that Coldness Destroy from the side of ISOwadee could actually spell a lot of trouble for the side of RRQ. I do like that in terms of mobility, they have the Akai, Fanny, and Lancelot to be able to supplement the mobility. Kagura not as mobile as most would like. Lapu-lapu rounding off the composition for the side of RRQ. IDNS really has to stick up and make sure that they synergize well in terms of the lockdowns here. They have quite a bit of options with Wave the Dragon and the 3rd charge of the Jeet Kundo to do knockups here. Coming in from Fair Ying, we do see that ejector right into Unstoppable Force could be something of a nuisance for all members of the side of RRQ. Priority of the CC has got to go maybe towards the Fanny and towards the Lancelot if possible, and Kagura being the tertiary option here, because I mean, to get into a Kagura's range is going to be tough as is, so you want to be actually build up and do really good damage with his smart missiles as well as his ejector. If he builds up with a little bit of damage, Bane could actually work towards a farming route where he can actually build up some defensive items as well as offensive items, while Jawhead becomes a nuisance for everyone else.
Well, we'll see if they are able to do that. IDNS Thailand needs to hold down their ground in the early stages of the game if they expect to be, anywhere close to the later stages of the game where the composition where Bane can shine through. You're going to see a quick invade already. This spinner going to be the one under focus here for IDNS side, and RRQ simply decides, you know what, it's fine. You can evade, you can take it away. We don't want to be taking the fight early on. Keep in mind here, that is ISOwadee that's fully charged up, so Aurora can be freezing our people. Now Liam's going to be saying, okay, we will take your spinner, and it's going to be up to Miss Mink now to be able to stop it. He does have retribution, however, he does take it away.
Well, he does manage to take it away coming in from the side of IDNS, if we saw that correctly.
No, I believe it was a trade-off because you see that I Am Jago has his buff. No, I Am Jago got the bottom buff from the red side there.
Alright, so some really good stuff there being shown. We do see a little bit of fights are coming in from the side of Lemon and other members of RRQ towards IDNS. IDNS now looking towards rotating towards that top lane, and they want to get some priority over the top side. So how do you guys feel about this entire pickup here over the top side? I believe that this could be good for the side IDNS to turn the fight around, but they've got to be careful in terms of range.
They need to be very careful here. Aurora now has fully charged up as well. Looks like they won't be able to come in for the engage here. Keep in mind, Turtle will be coming in the next 10 seconds. And so that's going to be really important if they're able to win a fight here in the top side. Either side of the team could be very happily getting the additional advantage of the map objective.
RRQ now looking towards making sure that the Turtle is going to be their main source of concern here. However, ISOwadee in a big spot of bother here. Look at the damage here. That's going to be an easy first blood for Lemon.
That is the perfect person they wanted to catch out here because, you know, with the Aurora, there's nobody really there to stop them. However, can Harley come in for a steal? He does head forward. The cards don't quite find the right target. Here we're going to see the G-Kundo will be the last bit up there.
Easy. Easy now going with that third charge of the G-Kundo. This could be a big fight here, but the Turtle will be stolen. And another kill for the side of Instinct. They're coming in. Nicely done for the side of RRQ to get another kill as they get the Turtle. So that's going to be a big gold deficit in favor of RRQ.
That's
IDNS
right.
behind.
Yeah, I'm going to see that Lemon as well, you know, jumping forward, making sure that Fair Ying is having a little bit more difficulty, does not find the right person to toss back here. So a little bit of a disappointing, you know, endeavor there by IDNS. And with that 2 kills up as well as the Turtle, IDNS here will be scramming a little bit. And all of this happened because ISOwadee was caught out as the Aurora.
Well, I mean, that was some unfortunate this mispositioning here, and oh, Lemon now in a bit of trouble. He does have his flicker and will be able to get away, but luckily enough, that last minute shield coming in from Lemon will be able to save him off as Liam does the peel for him.
Right, great escape coming up from Lemon there. Unfortunately, not quite enough damage yet. Aurora did find the right pick off there. We saw the power of that. However, now we're going to see that ISOwadee will be targeted once again. He needs to play extra cautiously and needs to stay in the backlines if they expect to be able to be surviving here. They aren't that far in terms of goal. However, still a nice 2,000 plus lead.
Nice little flicker there with the third charge G-Kundo from the side of Izzy. Izzy now taking too much damage coming in. Nice little mobility there being shown from the side of RRQ, making sure that he wasn't able to escape. RRQ looking towards getting this perfect game. 4 minutes into it, 3 kills in their pocket already.
It definitely is a nice, good commanding lead coming up from the side of RRQ.
RRQ now looking towards getting as much of the lead discrepancy in their favor as possible. Members of IDNS now looking towards moving that bot side pressure away from their turret. So this is going to be smart coming in from the side of Fair Ying. But Fair Ying's got to be careful. There goes the amount of damage that's pretty good onto Fair Ying. And there goes another umbrella coming in from them. So I do believe that there's going to be more pressure and priority given to the bot side here. Considering, oh, nice spin to win there coming in. And the Thorn Rose as well as the umbrella from coming in from the Kagura will be able to take him down.
I do have to commend IDNS here. They are playing a little bit more of a macro game here. We're going to see that Framesy will be able to get out the top turret as well in the bottom lane. It looks like Easy Wire on the slightly wrong side of the map there. They do lose 2 turrets within that one push. However, they are able to get 1 back. 5,000 goal lead and will be extended that even further as the next turtle does get secured by RRQ.
Nicely done here coming in from the side of RRQ. They will be able to get that big objective that they need in order for them to hold on to the lead that they have. 1,500 in their favor here, 5,000 gold in their pockets more than IDNS, and a good amount of pressure here being thrown onto IDNS. And you see the Lemon now onto a mega kill. There goes with the dragon right into the jump coming in from the side of Liam, and it seems that IDNS on the tails of Liam. Liam now trying his best to absorb damage and do damage, but he will not be able to survive.
Really tough there coming up from the side of IDNS. Just as they are able to get the fight and get a single kill away, we are being seen that Instinct is back up top already pushing away. Here you see all 3 lanes being heavily in control and Lemon as well dealing and dishing out the amount of damage. Looks like will not be able to survive. Does get tossed up and will get ended by Jawhead. However, now Fanny will be the next one being focused.
Nicely done there by the Fanny. Was able to move from left to right with effective mobility in terms of the steel cable. So I do like what's being shown here from the side of IDNS. Take down members of RRQ. However, you see the IDNS looking towards getting it back here with a kill of their own just now.
They definitely will be trying to do that, and so we're going to see here the defensive items coming from RRQ already. You see multiple cloaks being bought just to make sure that they are able to sustain through the damage that's being dished out by IDNS. But with a 6,000 goal lead, Frames is the next one to fall out. They're completely in the wrong position. 3 kills ahead, 6,000 ahead. RRQ seeming very familiar to what they were doing yesterday, and here we're going to see ISOwadee be the next one to fall down. Although they do find a Jikuno knock up onto a Kai that is not quite the right person, does manage to flicker away in time. But back in the top lane, we're going to see Fanny happily pushing out the next turret.
Alright, so this definitely goes to show that there is a split pushing understanding that RRQ does better than IDNS. And we do see again another big dive there coming in for the side of RRQ. RRQ now knocking at the doors of the base of IDNS.
Indeed, they are knocking at the doors of IDNS. It's real tough coming in from the side of IDNS if they want to be mounting any sort of proper defense. As now, RRQ turn their sides to Lord. Has started it off. Liam is on bodyguard duty and bouncer duty. Not going to be trying to allow any of them to come through.
Oh,
here we're going to see it does get instantly removed across the map. They will turn attention back onto Lord as we see that Chow, who had the best potential of stealing away Lord, has been dealt with. Akai will have a little bit of an easier time being the bouncer.
Well, being the bouncer is definitely something Akai can do really well, considering that he's able to spin and win in the sense that he's able to just zone out so many people. Oh my goodness, Liam now in a bit of trouble. Liam now looks towards ending and defending here.
Yeah, look at the amount of damage being dealt out there. We're going to see that Liam will push back now 2 members away. However, he's taking lots of turret aggro. He will go down for his over-aggression. We're going to see the Iron Juggles waiting in the fray as well. ISOwadee needs to charge up with one last bit. Colors Destroy only catches out 1, but will it be enough to bring them down? EasyY is the last one remaining.
EasyY now tries to get away, will not be able to get away, trying to do a steady amount of damage here. Lord now turns in and gives a little bit of contribution of damage here onto them. So EasyY now in a bit of trouble here as other members are respawning to try to help out. But could it be a little too late coming in from them?
Well, especially without a minion wave, the Lord will go down very quickly. Keep in mind, this is also a very early Lord, so not a lot of health on him specifically. But the base is cracked open. And this just means it's going to be that much more difficult for IDNS to be able to get out and have any sort of impact across the map, because not only do they have to clear away some of the enhanced minions by Lord, they will have to go up against such a level lead ahead as well. Lancelot is 14 at this point.
Yeah, Lancelot now with 4. Wow, it's just a very, very big lead that we can see now coming from the side of RRQ, mostly because of a Lemon on the Kagura, Fanny, and Lancelot as well. So totaling up about close to half or more of the team points here. We do see that there is going to be a chase over to the top side. Will there be a chase?
It doesn't look like there will be a chase here. There's absolutely no reason for them to be going that far out of their comfort zone. If they do, they're going to be leaving their base completely open, and RRQ just needs to be able to wait, keep applying the pressure, because they will be able to get most of the gold coming through, and IDNS Thailand will be forced to split. So it's a matter of once that crack happens, they will be able to do it. Look at that, Faying or Jawhead receiving so much of damage just from the movement between Lapu-lapu and Kagura.
RRQ now in a bit of trouble here. This is where they turn it around for the fight, and this isn't going to be a good spot here as the fight is going to be propping up. It sees that members of the member of IDNS are able to start coming up, but nope, it's going to be slain everywhere as game number 1 belongs to RRQ.
There was almost no chance of IDNS coming back into this game, especially given the fact that RRQ was able to accelerate the pace to such a high momentum. They simply weren't able to get back into it. Aurora unfortunately found a few good freezes, but nowhere close to being able to exact any sort of overwhelming action across the map, and here we look in terms of the items that's even going across there. The IDNS is suffering severely. This doesn't look like a 10-minute sort of item mark for any one of them.
It doesn't. Looking at the stats, you do see already that for the most part already, in terms of what IDNS had to do, they had to build proper tanks. They needed a proper tank in order for them to be able to sustain the amount of damage. I mean, aside from easy going tanky, I would have liked to see either Fei Ying actually go tanky a little bit with a little bit of damage in order to supplement the